Hello again. I was just doing a video review recently of my new FEG high power, this guy right here, that I purchased from Classic Firearms. Beautiful gun. One of my favorites. I've just recently started really building my collection, I guess you could say. I've got a CNR license, so I collect a lot of old firearms. But in addition to that, aside from my CNR, I picked up a few pistols that I didn't use the license to obtain. I thought I might just show them to y'all. Here's the FN High Power. Really sweet. These three pistols that I'm going to show you, including this one, are three examples of some of the most well-known historical firearms in the world, actually. I'd wager to say these are the three most famous pistols made. Two of them are actually designed by the same man, and that's Browning. You have the high power here, and we also have the 1911. This is, to be honest with you, this is my baby. This is a 1974 original 1970s series Colt 1911. I found this in an old pawn shop in the back in a safe, and it was all rusted out. The bluing on it is absolutely beautiful. I did quite a bit of work on it just to clean it up, get the rust off. I replaced the hammer with an original Series 70 hammer. As you can also see here, I've actually tied some rawhide around the grips to disengage the thumb safety, because I feel like it impedes my ability to get the pistol into action quickly. This is my primary carry pistol. I use Wilson Combat mags, aftermarket mags, and I reload the ammunition for it. It's a beautiful pistol. I just love this thing. Hopefully I'll pass this down to my kids someday. Extremely accurate. Extremely accurate. This is loaded right now, so I'm not gonna go crazy with it. I just thought I would show it to you. I'm not gonna clear it. I always leave this one loaded, just because I don't like to unrack my hand-loaded rounds that often. I'll at least show you what the round looks like. I use because it's a 70 series, it wasn't made for hollow points, so I use a flat point. It's basically an FMJ with a flatter point, so it does a little more damage when it hits as a self-defense round, but it also feeds reliably in an older pistol like this 1970 series original Colt 1911. Beautiful pistol, isn't it? I like how in the hammer it's mirror, and I mirror polished it here as well. I brought it back to life. It was rusty, but then it's got the bluing. Gorgeous. Colt doesn't blue them anymore like this. These grips actually replaced their original 70 series grips, original 70 series screws. They're a little bit different than what originally came on the pistol when I bought it. So, beautiful pistol. My favorite. One of my favorites. They're all three of my favorites. I want to show you a really unique pistol that I just purchased. I didn't even purchase it, actually. I traded for it. And this, you might recognize this. What's that? It's a real German Luger. In excellent condition. Very good condition. I don't know how to grade the bluing, but it's still got quite a bit left. The back strap, the front strap, a little worn, but for the rest of it, the bluing is not bad at all. If you see there, those are the original Wehrmacht or German Army acceptance marks. This is a 1938 German Luger. All the marks match. As you see, the 39s, the S42 is simply a designation, which means it was crafted by Mauser. This has got to be one of my absolutely favorite firearms. I've only had it for about a week and a half. Maybe even less. It's been less than that. I've taken it apart, done a complete service job to it, replaced the 70-year-old grease with new grease. It's not loaded. The safety on this thing, these I found out were pretty much almost completely hand assembled, put together by hand milled. That's why there's so many different numbers here, as you see. 39, 39, 39, 39, 72, 39 is the primary serial number. If you look here, 72, 39. Yeah, you don't want to be looking. Look at this guy. What has this been used for in history? It makes you think. Who's this been pointed at? Another really interesting thing is there are no import marks on it. The story I was told, and this holds true with the condition of it, and I've broken it down internally with everything matching. I mean, it probably was recovered from a warehouse or taken off a soldier, German soldier. Would have to be a non-commissioned officer likely, or an officer, because they're the only ones that carried these. It probably saw the war, who knows. It's been used, it's been carried, and I know that it pretty much sat in a safe with an older couple, belonged to this older couple's father. The guy, his father owned it, and so I wouldn't be surprised if it was carried and used. But it's still in very good shape. Look at the quality. Look at this. When you take it off safe, gesichert means secure. That means it's on safe right now. When you rack around that little extractor here, which actually has some of the brown strawing left on it, it says geladen, which means loaded. Looks like Mr. Luger, Gregor Luger, pioneered the loaded chamber indicator. Very impressive. This thing just field strips. It's easy to field strip, service, but you don't hear anything here. The tolerances are so daggone tight on this thing. It's a little bit difficult, to be honest with you, to pull the mag out. This is a wartime pistol. Wasn't meant to do speedy reloads, and sorry, I'm doing this with one hand. Look at the alignment of the bullets here. These are standard 9mm rounds, 9mm Luger. How about that? And this is a Luger. It's actually a P08, been termed the Luger. If you want to field strip it, you just pull back here. Pull back on that. Push this forward. Pop the gate off. Just like that. Put that right there. And then it just falls off. It literally slides off gently. It's got a fresh grease job there. Just swings freely. The hook on the bottom. This is one of the most interesting, high quality firearms I've ever seen. And from the research I've done, they don't make them like this anymore. They can't afford to make them like this. They were pretty much all handcrafted. They were able to do that in the old days, but not so much anymore. Look at that. Look how thick the walls are on this. I can't really show you the bore, but look how thick the rails are. It was milled from a solid piece of steel. And this contraption here is just awesome. Just awesome. I love this pistol. I've shot it already. I wish I could shoot it more, but it would detract from the collector's value. Another one I plan on passing down to the kiddies. Anyway, I thought I would show you some of these pistols. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.